Nick, and I'm here with my lovely co-host, the one and only Deborah Face, your face for real estate. And we've got another fantastic episode of Real Deal Property Sharks today. And Deborah and I are going to be talking about things that you usually don't realize you need when you first move into a house. And we're going to hand it over to the expert, Deborah Face, your face for real estate. And she's going to go over that right now with you. So here we go.
Thanks, Nick. Hi, everybody. Yeah, it's very funny how, you buy your first home, or even if it's your second home, your third home, your fourth home, it doesn't even matter. There are certain things that you must have that you, for some reason, you forget. So one of the things is in a living room, for example, obviously, you have to buy your couch and a chair and a TV and all that kind of stuff. But what about the little things? Like, for example, some space for, your belongings. Like you get a TV, you need a stand. You should have a stand that maybe has some drawers so that you can put the remote control. I mean, let's face it. How many times have you lost the remote control, or your spouse walks out the door with it because they can't let it go? You know who you are. But anyways, things like that. And then, little things like when my kids were growing up, we always had a throw blanket. Now, you don't want throw blankets all over your couch, obviously, because maybe it's not the right decoration for you. However, whether you're in Florida or you're up north, it could be too much AC, or it could be cold from the winter. It doesn't matter. You're in the middle of watching a movie, you get a little bit chilly for one reason or another. It's just nice to have a little throw blanket that you can grab, and because it's an extra piece of something that's going to be in your living room that maybe you don't want on your couch all the time. If you happen to have an ottoman, or if you want to buy, has one of the openings, it's like a storage, unit, and you can store stuff in there. You can also store games for the kids and cards and whatnot. But it's just little things like that you just don't think about. Also, like in the bedroom, I remember, I've bought in so many houses, and I just always seems to forget a hamper. Whether you put it in your bathroom or your bedroom, you need a hamper. Right? You do. So, little things like that. You have to have a hamper. And then another big one is the shower curtain in the bathroom. You have the curtain, but you don't have the liner. Yeah. Liner, that's a big thing. Also, throughout the house, whether it's in the bedroom or the living room, if you don't like rugs, I'm not a rug person per se. However, if you've ever walked into a home that's empty, it's very, it echoes. It's, you get that echoing sound. Yes, sure. So if you don't like rugs, you should at least throw an area rug here or there, and especially in the bedroom. So when you get out of bed in the morning, if it's a colder day or morning or whatever, you're not stepping on, a cold surface. And out here in Florida, we've got a lot of tiles. So if there's a lot of AC going on, the floor becomes a little bit too cold. So that's always good. And then, of course, you can, it could be a decorative rug, something that kind of spices up the room. And then in the kitchen, and this is something that's happened to me, and I'm a big wine drinker. Believe it or not, I didn't have a wine opener. Who doesn't have a wine opener? So you don't know you don't know who's coming over your house, and maybe they bring a bottle of wine, and how bad is it that you can't open the bottle of wine for them? So even if you don't drink, a can opener, utility tools, things like a barbecue lighter, those long ones, because sometimes you might need a candle, a flashlight, matches, right? Mm-hmm. That kind of thing. So these are little things that you sometimes forget. Let's see, what else? Also, I think for cleaning supplies, don't forget the dishwashing, the one for the dishwashing machine, the little Tide tabs. Yeah. I always forget that because I think sometimes people wash dishes by hand, but it's always good to have that. And one of the cleaners that I think everybody should have on hand is Windex. And I'll tell you why. Not only is it good for your windows, but if you have granite countertops, it's great for that because it gets rid of all the mold, and it kind of is like a disinfectant. And so it takes away a lot of germs because it does have ammonia. If you're not into products like that, then nix that. But I think Windex is a good product to have on hand because it does a multitude of things. The other thing would be a ladder. I have cabinets that are 48 inches from like above the counter, and it goes to the ceiling. And a lot of times those cabinets above, they're used for storage, but you can't reach them. So it's good to have either a little stepping stool ladder or just a main ladder for the house. If you're in a house, you need to get to the roof or something like that. So either a stepping stool for inside the kitchen and then a ladder for just, the house itself. And then, of course, batteries. I don't know if I mentioned batteries before. So again, little things that you kind of take for granted until you're in the house, and then you're looking for something, you're like, oh, but those are items that you're always going to need. And I definitely get a candle because they smell good. And if the lights go out and the flashlight runs out of batteries, at least you get a good smelling home that you can see in. So that's about it. Back to you, Nick.
And of course, you could also use those candles to get in the mood with your significant other. Now, Debbie, I was giving a lot of thought to this, and there's certain important things if you're Italian that you have to have in the house. Because Italians, we got special things. So first of all, you got to have the horn, the Italian horn, to make sure that the evil eye doesn't come into the house, right? So if you're not Italian, do a little research. We have these little red horns. They look like peppers. People are like, what the hell do you have a pepper hanging over there? It's to, get the evil eye away from you, right? The other thing you need, and this is from my childhood, you got to have a Entenmann's chocolate cake in case the neighbors come over. And listen, and Sanka, right? Like our friend, what's his name? Sebastian Maniscalco said, right? But he's instant coffee, ready to go. And hey, Entenmann's lasts for 5 years. I mean, there's so many preservatives in it. So Entenmann's, there you go. And I heard it's really good to keep the ants away as well. So there you have it, peeps. These are important things that you need if you're not Italian, and if you are Italian, you got that little subset going on right there. All right, gang. So this is Coach Nick, and again, I'm here with the lovely Deborah Face, your face for real estate. It's another episode of Real Deal Property Sharks. We love you, peeps, and we are out of here. Peace, everybody. Bye-bye.